I'm on a mission to build what I believe a Minecraft 2.0 update would be. This means taking the game from this to this. Now, if I'm going to do this correctly, we need to improve a lot of things in Minecraft. Stick around until the end of the video if you want to see the full product and what my plans are with this pack. With that said, I do want to point out one very important rule here. I don't want to make this update feel like it's not Minecraft anymore. So I won't be adding any mobs or blocks that don't already exist in Minecraft. If you can't load this world in vanilla world, then it's too far. No, I'm just aiming to improve Minecraft and its immersion feel. Let's break down what all of these mods are and why we need them. I'll have a list of all the mods I use in the description. But if you want an easy, downloadable, already set up pack, either smash that like button and get this video to over 1,000 likes, or join the channel and become a member to pick up the pack in the Discord server today. Who knows, maybe if we get enough members, I can actually afford to make a Minecraft server for all of you. First things first, visuals. We need to take this flat visual style to something more bright and vibrant looking. To do this, we want to use Sodium and Iris. Most people will use Optifine, but in order to get mods like Immersive Portals working in Fabric or the Quilt Loader, we need to find a suitable replacement. As it turns out, Sodium is even just a little bit faster than Optifine, which is good because my computer is already sweating from what's about to come. Now that that's done, let's pick our shader. I ended up going with rethinking voxels because I absolutely love the ray tracing style they built. I mean, just look at the difference we get from this one simple change. I mean, just wow. Now that we have this shader, a lot of the visuals are handled, but we are going to want a few more details added. For example, I love playing games in third person, and this game's third person view is, well, this. So we'll use better third person and shoulder surfing in combination to get the best third person camera available. Now I can literally play this game fully in third person. I can place blocks, I can break blocks, and I can hit, well, nothing. Okay, we need to fix this attack animation. I'll just grab better combat, and while we're at it, I want to look less flat. So let's use 3D skin layers as well. There we go. Now I can actually swing my sword and hit things in first and third person. It changes our attack animation so that way the whole entire swing is a collision object. But way more importantly, look at this character model. It took those weird floating pixels and turned them into real layers of my skin. With our character all done, we want to handle the entities of this world. Let's focus on mobs. I'll use this zombie as our willing participant. Look at how they literally stand still and do nothing. One great way to fix this is with fresh animations, but we're not using Optifine. How could we get this working with Sodium? Is hopefully a question that you asked because I'm going to answer it. Turns out there is a branch project of fresh animations and custom entity models that lets you replicate Optifine's resource pack functionality. This is super important because Sodium doesn't quite cover everything we need from Optifine, which is probably partly why it runs so much smoother. And with that working, we go from this Lego brick zombie to an absolutely ghoulish mob. But wait, there's more. Let's take a look at our villagers. You'll notice that they can now stare at you with disappointment, like they're looking into your soul, judging you for all those times you slapped other villagers with a fish. I mean, look at how smooth this animation is. It really feels like they're alive now. Let's move on to one of the best immersive visual mods that will make the game feel like you're in a Minecraft trailer, the Effective mod. This mod adds all kinds of little particles to the game, like splash effects specific to the entity's size and height they've fallen from, and waterfalls. While we're looking at particles, I added several other mods that you can see here. Honestly, a good set of particles just adds that little bit to the game without it being too much. Now trees actually have leaves fluttering down in the forest, and we have fireflies again, and it actually feels like you're slapping a skeleton with a fish. This next mod feels like it's a good segment between visuals and gameplay. Immersive Portals. Honestly, this mod can be its own entire video, but I thought it'd be important to call this one out specifically because I really feel like a big step up in any game is removing loading screens. You won't typically see many loading screens in the overworld of Minecraft, but when you travel between dimensions, you will see a lot of them. Now, technically, this breaks one of my previous rules of needing to be able to open a world in vanilla after using these mods, but the sheer leap in game immersion that we get from this one mod makes me feel like it has to bend my rule just a little bit. Technically, if I only use base game portals, it's still a pre-established game mechanic / block, just tweaked a little bit. So maybe it still works? I don't know. Leave a comment down below to let me know how you feel about this mod specifically. I had a really hard time debating on adding this one and even harder time to get it running. There was a whole set of complications with this mod and I won't really go into details about it, but to keep it short, you might have a hard time getting this mod pack working on your own if you don't use my pre-built one in the Discord channel for members and choose to do this on your own. For the last bit of the visual section, I have a load of resources packs I grabbed from vanilla tweaks to add things like 3D dripstone and mushrooms and then some. Go check out vanillatweaks.net if you just want some basic improvements to Minecraft without any mods. With all of that said, I think now is a great time to move on to the next category, gameplay. You can make an argument that some of the visual updates were also gameplay updates, but that's up to you down in the comment section. Go on. I'll be reading nearly every comment and potentially highlighting my favorite ones in future videos. Gameplay is a pretty short one since it's hard to tweak gameplay without going too far, so I kept it simple with a few of these mods. Now we can actually cut down whole trees, quickly harvest crops with a right click, actually sort our inventory, walk through leaves like they're tall grass, easily see what's in our shulker boxes, use the spyglass like Optifine zoom, and finally just simply trash items in survival. I did add Immersive MC to allow us to craft and rummage through chests without ever opening an inventory menu, but that's a lot more when I port this over to VR. Oh, I didn't mention that? Yes, when I finally get my new VR headset, I plan on porting this over to Vivecraft and seeing how that goes for a survival series. Let me know what you think, and make sure you get subscribed so you don't miss that set of videos. Next, I want to focus on world generation. Minecraft has done a great job improving the world generation with caves and cliffs, but I still think it could be improved just a little bit more, specifically with how flat the biomes are. I don't mean just flat like the plains biome, I'm referring to texturing. Let's take a look at the typical forest in Minecraft. It's okay, but there isn't much variation in trees or pathways. There's usually only grass and no vegetation. Now let's look at what happens when we load up a world with the Arboria data pack. Just take a look at this forest. Not only are all of the trees a little different each time, but the ground is also littered with vegetation and different path blocks. It's wild just how much this small amount of detail adds. Now, if we head over to the tallest mountains, they even added slabs to help smooth out the terrain. I honestly have no idea how they managed to get the world generation to understand how to do this, but I'm so happy they did. Actually, I wanted to know, if you're using world generation data packs or mods, what do you typically use? I spent a lot of time comparing this one with several packs, but ended up with this because, well, it felt a little bit more vanilla plus than just entire new biomes. Now that we have world generation handled, I want to fill it with a few structures to make it feel a little more alive. So we want to grab a few data packs to update the structures for villages and a few other buildings. I'll let you explore the world to find these hidden structures I've added, but for now, I just want to show off the amazing builds. For example, if we take a look at this little town, they've gone as far as adding trading stalls and whole tons of new buildings that feel actually useful. If you're ever out in the middle of the night, this feels like the kind of life-saving inn you'd want to run across to sleep through it. With everything that we've gone over, there's still one more important thing that I need to add, and this might even be the most important part of this update: sound. I understand that might feel like something that's not that big, but just take a look at the difference it makes walking through these biomes. Honestly, just a little bit of extra sound makes the world feel less dead and way more alive. It really does feel like it took this from just a cool experience to probably my favorite walking sim I've ever been in. I mean, this video was supposed to come out well over a week ago, but I couldn't stop just loading up the world to sit around in some of these biomes. And that's not even all of it. These ambient noises are great, but when you take that and add 3D sound effects to it, suddenly exploring large expansive cave systems has you looking over your shoulder every few seconds. Seriously, now you can hear everything echoing off in the distance, and those ambient noises we're using just add to the effect. Plus, with the voxel tracing shader pack we added, everything has its own light colors and sources. Even the lichen adds just enough eerie glow in the distance to give you that sense of presence. With all of that said, please let me know what you think of this mod pack in the comments below. If there was anything I missed, please drop them down. I will be adding plenty more to this pack as long as it fits the vanilla Minecraft 2.0 update. And if you've made it to this point in the video, you're literally one of the top 10% of everyone on YouTube. So drop a like to let me know my hard work was worth it. And as a reminder, members can pick up the mod pack right now. When we hit 1,000 likes on this video, I'll go ahead and make the mod pack public for everyone. Thanks for hanging out to this point in the video. I hope to see all of you creatures in the next video, and go make your day wonderful. Bye bye.
I'd love to give a shout out to all of our members. I'm Afralian, Cosmic Joker, Pasta Luke, Eric Tandler, Lady 9F1. Thank you everyone for joining the channel. Your support is immensely appreciated and helps me come that much closer to becoming a full-time YouTuber, so thank you.